So in my last video, I said I wasn't going to make another video for a while, but I just have to show this. I mean, this is crazy. The dirt and rust and junk that just fell out of this car. I don't know if it really does it justice, but that's a lot of junk out of two small areas. Body mounts, the frame mounts, with the ears on the frame. And there's other stuff. So I've cut away this, I want to call it lower portion of the inner fender here. And there's an issue with this body mount, this rear corner mount here. It's just gone, really. It's just so thin and perforated all over the place, and it's all rotted out where the rubber pad is there. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Now's the time to fix it because it's easy access. I can, because otherwise, when I put this, once I put this this skirt here on the inner fender back on, it's gonna cover this up, make it, you know, much harder to fix later on. So now's the time. I don't know, I'm not sure how I'm going to attack this, but because there's, you know, it's down in a very difficult area to get at. So on this quarter, there's a bulkhead inside the car that runs right down in here. So you got to go into the trunk and kind of stand on your head to work on this part of the car here. So that mount, the bolt is inserted from inside the trunk, and it comes down through here. See the end of the bolt right there? So anyways, I'm gonna have to cut this off because there's no way I'm gonna unthread that and drive it out through the top. And then I'll just make some kind of a plate that I can slide in there, because I'm not going to try and cut this out. I'm just going to double over it, just put something underneath it, and then come up and weld it onto this where it's solid here. And then I got to extend the floor pan out, just go on top of this, and I'll weld it all the way around the perimeter of this mount, and then extend it out to here. See all this junk? That's a good inch deep. That all came, well, not all of it, but the majority of it came out of this body mount on the frame here, and some of it came from up in here, and inside of this, a bunch of it came from inside of here. This here, this is the floor brace or the body mount. A lot of it was up inside here. So I'd say about 2/3 of that junk came out of this area right here, and another third of it came out of this mount here, and it's still coming out of there. Just been a bunch of rocks. This is packed full. Crazy. Right on. All right, here we go. Into the trunk. There's junk in the trunk. So, it's like going into a cave. So, this is the inside of this area that I'm working on. Front of the fender well. You see down there is where that little circular depression there is where the body mount bolt came through. So I'm gonna have to do some welding down in here to fix this properly. So that'll be fun. Not. So I want to show you what I did here. So I took the Sawzall there and I sliced off this big hunk of junk in there. So I sliced this piece off of the I don't know if you can see what's left of the perimeter of that mount there. See this mount? This is like a reinforced piece here. So that goes up in here like that. So I just sliced that off with the Sawzall because there's not much left of that. I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another piece that's, you know, looks like this. And then I'm just gonna, because this metal is still pretty solid, I'm gonna weld it onto here, just like around like that. And whatever happens on the back side, I'm not gonna worry about too much. I can't really go up in here and replace this whole thing. And then I bent this one piece up inside. You can see that. And then there's another piece that goes in between that piece there and this piece. And I believe it came right out to the edge here, and maybe had a I'm gonna bend it down for a flange, and then I gotta weld the flange onto here because it's all rusted off. Anyways, I'll just might change my plan as I go, but that's the plan right now. This piece here is the original reinforcement for the body mount, and I happen to have this piston out of a brake caliper. Fished this out of a scrap bin. Appears to be brand new, but brand new, slightly rusted. Anyways, whatever. Kind of fits that pretty nice, right? Pretty good fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to center this over top of that hole there and use a ball peen hammer and form it. So maybe you can watch. Yeah. Around, so I'm going to kind of try and eyeball it on the center there. It's going to move around anyway, so anyways, just go ahead and fasten this down. finish that up, this socket. Don't quite have it drawn down as deep as that, so I'm keep going with the ball peen. Okay, now I got it pretty much the same depth. I'm just gonna push it down a little bit more. You'll see why. I'm doing that in a minute. So it's actually a little deeper now. Just want to clean it up a bit. And then kind of flatten it in the middle right here. It's a reasonable facsimile. Let's touch it up a bit here. There you go. Ball peen body hammer. That wasn't quite centered. Let's try that again. That's better. Close enough. Another smash just to get it a little deeper, formed a little deeper. Can hit on one side, so I'll hit it again. There we go. So I just used the shrinker to bring this around, and now I gotta make this go like that, like zigzag out, because the piece I'm gonna weld it to has got a little, goes in and out like this. Like that. So to get this started here, I just use this tuck tool, and I just put it in here and give it a turn, and it makes that offset. And now I want to continue it past here a little bit, so I found this C-clamp, and it's got a nice round curve to it there, so I'm just going to put this here in the corner and just tap down this. You can see how that's taking that further along there. I think that's good enough. I'll just clean this up a bit and put it in the car. So here is the piece down in the hole where it's got to go. So I just got to, you can see it is lining up with the mount hole pretty close. So I just got to work this area back a bit here still. I'm having trouble focusing in here. There we go. So this area right here, just gonna work it in this direction a bit to get it to line up a bit better, and I'll swing it out a bit too. So yeah, it's looking good. Let's pull this out here. You can see that other piece that's down in there. The first one I made, or I guess the second one. First one was the actual brace, and then this is the floor pan piece, and then this is a reinforcement on top. Crawling into the cave. So here we go. Hopefully this is going to fit better now. Look at that. Beautiful. So I could, yeah, no, it's pretty good. Tight there. Hole's not quite lined up, but that's okay. We can ream that out after a bit. There it is, all ready to weld in. Whew. 4 hours later or so. Actually, it's probably about 2 o'clock. So 6 hours later. Here's a quick little look at this piece outside the car. I mean, it's kind of beat up looking, but it's inside. Not going to spend a whole bunch of time planishing it out. It's going to do what it's going to do. Made out of 18 gauge. I think it turned out pretty cool. Looks like a factory part, kind of. I don't think that's actually what they had in there, but that's what I'm putting in there. I mean, it's pretty close, actually. This is the old piece right here. And you can see it had this kind of, but it extended down to here. I'm not going to do that. And I don't think it had these tipped up sides on it, but, well, I know it didn't. It was just flat on the edges, but this will be stronger. And anyway, putting her in there. All right, there's the first piece welded in. Looks a little weird there because there's a shadow coming in from a light I got set up there, but yeah, it went in pretty good. Anyways, a little difficult working down in this hole, so I'll get the top brace or reinforcement put in, and that'll be that. I'll show you that when it's done. There we go. All done. It wasn't so bad. But anyways, I'll probably throw a coat of black paint over top of the zinc paint after, just so it's not so obvious. Anyways, I'm climb out of this hole for the last time. today anyways. Here we go. So I'm not going to do any videos on this quarter panel repair because I already did that once, or the fender repair. I'm going to try and fix this fender on the car just like that. Anyways, I'll be at this for a few days, so until I find something more exciting to post, I won't be posting anything for a while. Cheers.